If you're new here, hi, my name is Angela, and for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be taking over Aqua Bloom Boutique's Etsy shop. We're going to be changing tags, titles, descriptions on our Etsy shop and seeing if it makes a difference. The goal here is to improve her Etsy shop and increase those sales. If you're excited for today's video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Some of you may know Zoa, also known as Z, here on YouTube. Her YouTube channel is Aqua Bloom. I'll make sure it is linked down below. So let's go ahead and give her a call and see what she thinks. Hey. So I had a idea I wanted to run by you.
Okay, sure.
I was curious if you'd be okay with doing a collab and me trying to, you know, kind of edit some of your listings and see how it may change your Etsy shop.
Sure, that's perfect.
Perfect, awesome. What are some things that you would like to see, I guess, changes in your Etsy shop?
So, I think I just want to increase my sales because at this point it's like I've been getting like 1 or 2 like every 2-3 days.
Okay.
It's not like...
Okay guys, here I am in her Etsy shop. So today is Monday, it's 5 p.m. So I'm just taking a look at her stats for the last 7 days. So last 7 days she's had 5 orders, 618 views, 253 visits. So views versus visits. View is like an impression, meaning it's popped up. Visits is actually clicking on the listing. Sorry, there's airplanes. Okay, so from August 1st to the 16th, which is today, these are her stats. So her conversion rate is 1.9% out of 592 visits. So my goal is to increase this. And I definitely will be increasing the amount of visits because I'm going to be running ads. And we could just look at her stats and see which listing performs the best. And obviously right now, I can see that it's this. So I'm going to play emphasis on this shirt. And I really like the cow shirt as well. So first thing I'm going to do is I see her stuff. I see she's not running a sale. So I'm going to go ahead and put her items 10% off. And that'll be step 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate some of her listings and change tags, titles, and such just to get a glimpse of it. And then we're going to turn ads on. And that's pretty much my plan, is just to do a redo and put my own twist on her items. I don't want to delete any of her stuff. I can leave her listings as is, but I'm going to create my own listings using her pictures to see if we can get her items higher in search ranking. Okay guys, so it is now Tuesday. No, it is Wednesday. We started this Monday evening at 5:22 p.m. So I just want to go ahead and show you guys yesterday's stats. Okay, so for yesterday, she ended up with 89 views, 48 visits, 3 orders, and $80 in revenue. That is so exciting. And if we go to the Etsy ads for yesterday, she ended up having 10 ad clicks, 1,600 views, and 10 clicks. So her best-selling one is going to be the strawberry shirt, or best viewed, best performing at this time is a strawberry shirt. So I spoke to Z and she said the most sales she's ever gotten in one day is 3 orders. So we have tied it on day 1. So that is super, super, super exciting. I have gone and I've done a lot of changes on some of her listing because some things were in the wrong category. Some things are a little bit confusing. Try to update some tags, some descriptions. We've done a bit of that. So I'm pretty much going to let it sit and see what happens. We have added 2 new items, which are 2 outfits. And I'm just very curious to see how it does. Today we have sold a donut outfit, so that is one thing, and it was funny because that's the one thing she didn't want to sell. She's kind of like me, like, no, we don't really want to sell those, but she did sell one, and that was her sale for today. So hopefully we can get another few sales on the board for today, but you never know. Some days you don't get any sales on Etsy, and some days you get a lot. So we'll keep playing with things and see how things grow and change as the days go on. Again, today is day 2 of official changes. So Friday night I made a little bit of changes. It was late. Yesterday I made some more, and today I've made a little bit to 2 listings. So I'm just trying to play and see what happens. We are running ads at $5 a day on right now I think 14 total listings, and as the listings perform I will change them, but as of today it is still not using the full $5. which means we still need to update SEO. It is not getting to the right audience at this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep changing that and getting it to where it uses the full $5. So here what I'm doing is I'm changing the title, or pretty much an entire listing, for one of her Sweet One outfits, and I'm using the search terms that you can find under your listing stats in Etsy, and I'm using that and seeing if using those keywords will help with this listing, because they provide it to you based on what people are searching for on Etsy. So I changed the tags, titles, and descriptions based on those keywords. Also, what I'm doing here is I am adding a rush shipping option. She didn't have them, and I wanted to provide them for her just in case people do need things earlier, and I wanted to put a fair price. That way it's worth her time. Her processing time was already 3 to 5 days, but for a guaranteed 3-day shipping, I made sure it was $10, and each additional item would be $5. Okay, guys, it has officially been a month and a few days, and I'm so excited to share with you guys the results and the entire process on how it went. I will say it went by so fast, but I am so happy, and it was just a super fun experience. So when I first went into Aqua Bloom's Etsy shop, there were a few things I noticed. One, there was no free shipping, and two, her prices were a little high. So right off the bat, you guys always know what I say. I always run a sale, and I always have free shipping. Now, the sale is never really a sale, and the free shipping is never really free shipping, but to the consumer, it is. So I always say, figure out what your price is, what price you want to sell it for, how much do you want to make, and then not discount your real price, but add the 10% off. So if you want it to be $25, what you actually want to sell your item for, that's with your profit, then you go to like $27.50 and then do the 10% off so that you make the price you want to sell it for. So I went ahead and changed all her pricing. So everything ended up being about $26.99 with free shipping. Her price originally would have been like $33. It was something crazy, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work, sorry. So we changed all her pricing, and I made sure I called and I asked her what did she want to make per hour. So I made sure that that number was included with the price I was selling everything for. And then a few things I had her do was she made a lot of her items draft whenever she wanted to add a new item. And we drafted the items, and I would go in and list them. And to list all the new items, I used Sales Samurai. So Sales Samurai is a Etsy SEO ranking tool. My favorite thing about Sales Samurai is the Chrome extension. So with this extension, you can legitimately see in real time what people are searching for. I used that for all her new listings, and it seemed to have a great impact. Okay, so I'm going to show you the Chrome extension for Sales Samurai that I really like. So it works straight on Etsy, which it makes it different than any other platform. So here we go. So right now, it tells you what's popular right now, which Etsy, obviously, this is Etsy's most popular items that people are currently searching for. But you'll see the difference is there's actually numbers next to it. What these numbers mean is the current search volume for these items. So that is why I like this so much. So Mommy's Little Monster is highly searched right now. So Halloween, if you're making kid stuff, if you want to make something with Mommy's Little Monsters, it'd be good. So I'm going to click on 481 more. And here are some keywords. So this can be used in your tags, your titles, and your description. This is what people are currently searching for and the words they're looking, like typing into Etsy to find what they're looking for. So what you want to pay attention to is the search volume. So how much is searched, but then also the competition. So you don't want like something with crazy competition, because there's so many, that means there's so many other people selling it, but you can mix them up. So you can have some high competition words, because obviously like if you're doing birthday is going to be a high competition, but you want to like mix up and have some very small ones. Like this is a great one, Marley's Monsters. That's a great one. Something like this, Loch Ness Monster, or no, it's this one, Picked for Mommy. It's searched, but the competition is low. So you want to think of these. Hula Monster. It actually has more searches than competition. So this would be a great keyword to use. And just use all of these to give you ideas of what to make. So this is what I used to help Zua and list all her items for her Etsy shop. So for most of her fall items, I went with fall shirts, and I just went through and found things that related to what she was selling. That was the easiest way, and like I said, her bloomers she sold very well, and they get so many favorites. And this is just how I found the keywords that I should be using, is with this Sales Samurai keywords suggestions. Much about was bloomers or bummies, so I've heard the word bummies in the YouTube community, so that's what I searched. So I clicked on here and I looked at, what was the highly searched. So obviously bummies patterns is very, very high. But like llama bummies, if she sold some of those, or if you haven't, I would highly suggest selling llama bummies because they're searched more than people have out there. Bummies and headbands. So she had a bummies and headband set, so I used that. Um, that and then bummies and headband, but then you have to write the word set. Patriotic bummies bow set. So I try to use all of these to put in her keywords to try to get her bummies and bloomer sets and just the singular listings more views. So that's pretty much how I found all of the items or all of the keywords. Another thing we did is we went ahead and watermarked all her items. She was saying it would take her like an hour to edit photos, and I was like, what? So I went ahead and I showed her how to do it. I'm gonna show you guys here. You just go to Photoshop, you upload your picture, and you increase the brightness and then add your watermark. So I did all of that and I showed her how to do it. I made her make a quick little logo so I could use it as the watermark. And since then, she's uploaded her products so much quicker. So that was another good thing. Please make sure you watermark your items because that is super, super important because you don't want people stealing your stuff. Some may still steal it, but at least you made it more difficult for them to steal it. And again, like I said, before I made any changes, I made sure I always called Zula and asked her if it was okay to make a change, what I was thinking. We had a lot of like spur of the moment. Like I would just call her like, hey, it's like 10 p.m. my time. It'd be 7 o'clock her time. Like I gotta change this. Or whenever something wasn't working, I always change it and I try to address it. Now, the biggest reason I did a whole month test was because anything you do on Etsy, you're not gonna see results right away. The results usually take a week to 2 weeks till you start noticing things. So a lot of what I did as we were going was I was duplicating her listings. So I left her original listings as is. And then what I went ahead and did is I duplicated it. But then I realized a lot of her items that she had, she did not have them in the right category, but also they weren't in the right, like the sizes she had. So Etsy already tells you their attributes. Please use their sizing because people can filter by a size. But if you make your own custom size, they can't find your size from that drop down. Hope that makes any type of sense, but they can't find it. So you have to make sure where it says like US, numeric, and you click from their selections instead of typing in, like, you could do custom. You don't want to do that unless you have to, but in order to try to rank higher, which was the purpose of this entire experiment, we had to use Etsy's sizes. And yes, for like 5T, I think they don't have 5T, so you always add 5T in, but I went ahead and changed a lot of them, and then some, like she had like 12-month unisex, 12-month Carter, 12-month, and I'm like, people can't find it based off that. So yeah, you can have your feed listing like that, but what I did was I went ahead and duplicated the listing and made my changes, and we definitely saw an increase in the ones that I changed versus her originals, so that definitely helped. Another thing we noticed was that whenever we added new items, they sold. So every day that we added new items, her sales steadily would increase. So from beginning, she would only get a few sales, 1 or 2 sales a day, and we started getting 3, 2, 3, then 3. It was more consistent, if that makes sense. Another theory we tested was whether she should have, she has a lot of props. Her pictures are always amazing. She has props, beads, flowers, a lot of different things in her pictures. And my Etsy shop, as you guys know, it's plain background. Ain't nothing there. I have no props. I don't have all of that. But I did like her pictures, but I wanted to see, do you need to do all that? Is that necessary to increase your sales? And what we realized was no, it wasn't. We added baby bloomers. We ran ads on the baby bloomers, Halloween stuff. I threw all the ad money at everything that she was listing that was new, as well as some items that I thought would do well, such as her Sweet One donut and her strawberry shirt. Pictures were great, and I'm like, people look at it, but they're not buying it. So that's when I told you, I changed prices, I changed tags, I changed titles, and we switched the pictures. And she was getting more sales. So that's some of the things we realized. So some of the things we found were that as long as she had the 10% sale, her sales remained consistent and increased. Also, whenever she added items, she got more sales. There was a week where we didn't add any items because I was at the embroidery show and she didn't have any more items that she wanted to list. And we didn't add anything that week, and her sales went from 3 to 4 sales a day to 1 to 2 sales a day. And then when we added things, ran sales, things picked back up. Another thing is that at the end, the last like week, her sales had decreased, but again, I had all her ad money going to these Halloween bloomers. And they were getting like 20 favorites a day, like consistent favorites, but people weren't buying it. And I was like, well, you know, people at the last minute. So it was, in my opinion, that they were going to start buying like now, closer to October, because people at the last minute. It's just it. So what I did was I went ahead and took off the ad money off those Halloween baby bloomers and put it towards normal stuff. And in the last 4 to 5 days, she's gotten, like, her sales have been 4 or 5. So they've been consistently around 4 or 5. Okay, so I know you guys want to know how the entire process went. So let's dive right into her stats. So we started on August 16th and ended in September. It's supposed to be September 16th because we started at 9, but let's say the 17th. So let's do the month before. So for her first month, 8/16 or 7/16 to 8/16, I want to compare. These were her stats. So she had 30 orders in a month, which is about an order a day, I guess, on average. So that's what she got, and $864. And let's see if she spent any money on ads. July 16th through 8/16. So during that entire time, she only spent $8.52. I think she started and then spent like $1 or something a day. She didn't run ads heavily at all. So $8 in ads. So let's go from since I did that in the 16th to the 17th, I'll do the 17th through the 17th. So August 17th through September 17th. So we got to 84 sales in the following month. So from 30 to 84. Now I will say 12 of these sales, I believe she did like a thing to try to get star sellers. So 12 of those sales I would take off because they don't really count. So 72 sales. So we more than doubled her sales and her conversion rate went up. So she made $2,000 compared to the $800 before. Way more visits, double the amount of orders. But one thing we did do was we spent money on ads. So 25% or 24% of her visits were from ads. 76 was from Etsy. So the items that sold the most were the baby bummy. She's got 15 sales for that. The paint shirt. And you know the crazy thing about the paint shirt is it sold the most right after I took the money off the ads for these bloomers. So 11 sales on that. So these were her best selling items during those 30 days. Okay, so looking at her ads, we spent $240 on ads in that month. And sales from ads is $706. So it was about, 30% of the profit went to ads. Now, I always say you got to spend money to make money. But I would have liked this to be closer to the $1,000 range versus $700. But like I said, most of this money went to the bummies. So $100 went to the bummies out of the $240. And like I said, this is a seasonal item. So had I taken it off of ads, I think she would have got a lot more sales, but that's hindsight. Had I been closer to Halloween, I think she would have sold way more of these, and I think she will sell way more of these coming here soon. I told her, like, once October 1st hits, I think she will sell a lot. So right now, her bloomers do rank on their own now because so much money's went to ads. And look, 30,000 views have been viewed for her bummies. So I think they'll sell very well. But like I said, that's half of the ad budget. So, or the money that was spent on ads. So not that I can discount it and say it doesn't count, but had I taken that out, I would have definitely taken $100, spending $140 in ads to get $600 in sales. Yes, I would do that all day, every day. But like I said, I think the bloomers will sell more towards Halloween. But that's just looking at it now. You learn as you go. She says that she's definitely been a lot busier than she was in the beginning. But again, I want you guys to see what she has to say about this entire experience and how it went for her. Okay, so Zua, the month has come to an end. So, how do you feel everything went overall for your Etsy shop?
I think I made tremendous progress because I've been like on my toe a lot and just like fulfilling a lot of orders. It's not what I mean. I would like it to triple, but then at least we double it, so it transform it to like, I guess, we're seeing the progress.
Yeah. So one thing which will obviously be in the video is the changes we made overall. In terms of most of the time for about 2 weeks, ever since you added those Halloween bloomers, most of the ad money was going to those. So a few days ago, we went ahead and took those off. And I think since we took the bummies off the ads, or the bloomers, whatever you call them, off ads, you've been getting sales on your other items now. So it seems like the paint shirt and then the Halloween boy shirt is now selling.
Yeah.
So.
And then that's good.
So yeah, so I'm curious to see now that the ads are on the other items if you'll get sales on those now instead of the ad money all going towards the bummies. Because I think yesterday, I didn't check, you ended at maybe 4 sales yesterday. Is that what you ended at? I don't know if you got any more.
8 p.m., so that's 5.
Oh, so you got 5 yesterday and 5 the day before that. So that was good. At least you're getting sales on other items. But yeah, you are busy. Busy now. You have to work every single day, it seems like, to do the orders. But it's good. Hopefully, as it goes and as things change, your sales grow even more, maybe triple. We'll see. I don't know if you plan to keep the ads on, or you plan to lower them, or what you plan on doing with them.
My goal after this is I'm gonna lower it down.
Okay.
And then probably I'm gonna plan to put more new things. So when I put new things, I will, put ads onto the new things and just keep the momentum going. I mean, I met my goal of 5 a day, so hopefully next time I could do more than 5 a day.
What do you think has caused your sales to increase? Like, what one thing would you tell another Etsy shop owner is most important to try to increase their sales?
I think adding new things and changing your titles and also relisting something that you know that will be like a good seller. Because I think I did a little bit of research about the Halloween print that I was gonna do for the bummies, and I think that one was like a good seller. Because so I guess the product and then your titles and also listing new stuff, it will boost you up a little bit, I guess. I mean, we did start the change when we were consistently posting like every day, right?
Yeah.
And then like a week, and then it dropped a little bit, but then it just picked. I don't know, like say this week it picked back up. So I don't know what was the change. Maybe we dropped the ad for the bloomers.
That's what it is. 100%. I think turning the ads off of the bummies, because all the ad money was going to the bummies. Every single, like everything out of $10 a day, I think like 9 went to the bummies and once everything else. So taking that off, all your ad money is going to everything else. So everything else is being pushed more. So that's definitely the cause. And I wouldn't put the ads back on the bummies because they're already ranked so high now. I don't think you need to. But like I said, they're going to start selling even more now. You see your boy Halloween shirts are selling.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. What is your YouTube channel for people to go subscribe to your channel?
It's Aqua Bloom Boutique. It's just the same as my Etsy name. So.
Okay, I will go ahead and put that in the description to the video for anyone who would like to subscribe to her YouTube channel. And what do you do on your YouTube channel?
Embroidering and sewing. So if you guys send that, check me out.
All right.
Everyone, I want to thank Angela for the opportunity to help me with my Etsy shop, and I learned tremendously just in the past 30 days. So if you guys ever have an opportunity like this, take advantage of it because it's really helpful. Bye, guys.
Okay, guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope it was so much fun for you guys to watch. I hope you guys learned a lot about Etsy and how it works in this entire experience. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. And again, as always, thank you guys so much for all your support, and I will see you guys in the next video.